Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I want us to head over to Shamata ward. There's an event there. There's a scenario that took place in that meeting that was held at Shamata ward. At that meeting, I believe most of you have stumbled upon news that there were chaos and that Rigathi Gachagua's meeting was full of tear gas. Now, yesterday, when Rigathi issued a press statement, there's something he mentioned there about acquisition of a permit to conduct prayer gathering. And in that press release, Rigathi said they were not going to get that permit, which the police commander had requested that they must get for them to hold any meeting. Rigathi said that was to be a prayer meeting. There was no need to get that permit and that they were going to conduct that meeting whether the police like it or not. So what happened, ladies and gentlemen? I was observing the moment Rigathi Gachagua entered that event, and I saw police who were believed to be anti-riot police. They were standing somewhere at a distant corner. And based on what I saw, I already knew that there was going to be chaos. Now, guess what? You've seen tear gas that was thrown at Methu, this leader, Senator Methu. You see, what the police did, based on the story, is that they waited for the church leaders to finish their part. So the moment Senator Methu rose and he had planned to start speaking, which was believed to be a session for politics, that is when a tear gas was thrown. So one thing that I could make out of this is that the police did not want politics in that event, which is also, again, not okay, because people have a freedom to express their opinion, freedom of speech. But that move to throw a tear gas at the senators, where the senator was sued, is actually trying to curtail the freedom of expression. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to go through a series of videos. You will be shocked. I saw somewhere where police was manhandling one of the attendees there. I saw somewhere whereby there was a lot of tear gas being thrown and Rigathi Gachagua was sat there. So before we get further, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It's so important. If you like this video, that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. So thank you so much. Rigathi has maintained that he will continue holding meetings. So what that means is that we are likely to see many of these tear gases being thrown in Mount Kenya.
Hata mkiharibu mikutano, hata mkituma vijana wakuja na mapanga, hata mkikuja na tear gas, hii watu yote walitoka kwa UDA. Kule modo tikaleta UDA goko. Wangapi walitoka kwa UDA? Sasa inakuwa ni wakati mnapoteza. Ni wakati mnapoteza. Sisi tuko na kazi ya barabara hapa imesimama. Sisi nao viongozi ya kina Methu na wengine wale ambaye ni wazalendo tutaendelea kupigania hizi barabara.
Wafanye vile watafanya. Hakuna mtu atatuzuia kufuata nchi. Hakuna.
Yule mtu anaweza kataza sisi kufanya mkutano na alikuwa anakataza sisi kufanya mkutano. Nataka nimuombe na nimwambie Mheshimiwa William Ruto, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, barabara unaweza kataa kutupatia sawa sawa. Hiyo shaha yako inaweza kataa kufanya kazi sawa sawa. Ile vitu yote ulituahidi unaweza kataa kutupatia sawa sawa. Lakini maombi tutaomba upende usipende.
You see, the culture of tear gases has always been that hizi ni vitu zimekuwa zikifanyika Nyanza areas ama coast areas which are perceived to be opposition stronghold. Those are the areas whereby tear gas zimekuwa zikirushwa, western areas, sometimes in Nairobi, Such a scenario in Mount Kenya is something that we can say is alien, in this current political dispensation. Ever since 2013 to now, this kind of events have been missing in action in Mount Kenya. So we are most likely going to see many of our police tear gassing regarding Gachagua's events, because that is the only way they can try to contain Rigathi. But again, one thing that they're forgetting is that the more they attack his events, the more they build him. Take a look at this. How many sympathy votes will go Gachagua's way? Of course, we know he's not going to vie for presidency in 2027. He has at least 10 years if this impeachment does not get corrected in the courts. Then he has around 10 years before he goes for any elective seat, before he assumes any position in government. 10 years, just like what we saw with Babayao, so what we saw with Sonko. Those are people who are impeached, and because of impeachment, they could not hold any office. So what we're going to see with this case of Gachagua is just a similar predicament, not able to hold any office, public, maybe I will do private office yake tu mwenyewe. So in very few words, ladies and gentlemen, the move there is to try to contain Rigathi Gachagua, because grow at a pace whereby Ruto can't believe, grow at a pace whereby people like Kimani Ichung'wah can't believe, grow at a pace whereby all the other factions that are supporting William Ruto cannot believe. There was a cry from people like Sabina Chege before Christmas that waruhusiwe waende kwa ground. You see, because Sabina Chege had anticipated that wakienda kwa ground watapata opposition. You see, the only people who could go to the ground, the people who are allied to Rigathi Gachagua. So that is what is happening. So I think there's a deliberate move by people, forces, who support William Ruto, who are trying to make sure that Rigathi doesn't benefit. He doesn't even benefit. Because the more he hold this kind of meeting, unapata kwamba hizi meetings zinakuwa zinaumiza serikali. Serikali inaumia sana kwamba kila saa hizi meetings zinafanyika. Lakini kuna kitu kimoja wanafaa wajue. Wanamjenga Rigathi. Hiyo ni kitu ambao wanafaa wajue. Wanampatia Rigathi more votes. Just take a look at this. There were church leaders there. Tear gases were thrown at them, and we saw them leaving that place hastily. And then there's a separate video whereby the church leader was seen using water alafu anaweka kwa macho in a move of trying to contain this issue of tear gas. Just take a look at this. How many church leaders are going to be angry as a result of what happened? Many of them. So because it's many of them who are going to be hungry over this matter, many of them will not support this government. So is the government gaining? No. The government is losing by this action. Let's assume that the government is involved. But if the government is not involved, then whoever is involved is doing something that is not going to be of advantage to the government. I'm talking about the UDA government. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there. What do you think about the latest development? Just go below in the comment section and you can offer a reaction regarding this. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.